does it say about Matt Stafford? Because some guy named D. Period, I don't know what his first name is, fails.
Bad name.
Through it, I know, F-A-L-E-S, fails. I wouldn't draft that guy. I would not draft that guy. I wouldn't have drafted Bob Walk as a pitcher in baseball.
There's a golfer.
Had a decent career.
There's a golfer named Ryan Yip.
Nice.
He's a professional golfer.
Yeah, he was going to be a catcher, and they went, nope, that's not going to work. And Tom Savage were the two trolls of quarterbacking that quarterbacked the Lions. Matt Stafford.
Is that a second-generation Tom Savage? Wasn't there a Tom Savage, Curtis?
Yes.
Yeah, he was from Pitt, and he's been with the Texans.
It's the same guy?
It's got to be. I mean,
I thought that was named from like 20 years ago.
Listen, I actually, it's Tom Savage. I actually had him on my Jed, by the way, I don't know if you heard this. I got a dynasty league I'm in, and I had Tom Savage for 3 years, waiting for him to really take off as a quarterback. It has not happened.
No.
And now, but this is my point. Matt Stafford's done nothing but throw a couple of superfluous 5,000-yard seasons. He is not Peter Drop. He's never won a playoff game. I think he's only played in one playoff game. And when we checked in Detroit.
3. The guy said 3 today.
He's been in 3?
He said 0 for 3.
Is he?
When you were talking to Rob.
Oh, I can't remember 3 playoff games for the Lions. 3 playoff games.
He said 0 for 3.
In 11 years, and the guy's making $31 million.
And he didn't play.
And that guy didn't play. Like, if I were the Lions, I'd have played him out of spite. Oh, no, you're playing all 60. Strap it in, man.
You're making $31 million. You're
11 years.
You're earn that.
When it's all said and done, we will have paid you like $250 million. You're playing.
Although I will say that I think Matt Stafford is a good quarterback, and I think that it isn't necessarily his fault. Rob Otto's point was that if you're truly that good, that your team's going to win no matter what. And,
he's right.
And that good.
You want to put Stafford in the Alex Smith category? I'm fine with it. He's different in the sense that he's got the rocket arm and can make some big throws, but you're not going to win because of him, right? You'll win with him, but not because of him. He can be there, get a wrecking crew defense, and put a lot of talent around him.
He's a little better than that.
Could he have a Ravens? Could he have a Joe Flacco? He's Joe Flacco.
I think he's better than Joe Flacco.
You're insane. You've lost your mind.
2 for 2 now, so far.
So
I've lost my mind twice in this segment. I just do. I think he's had a lot of. In my mind, when I think of Matt Stafford, I think of a guy who valiantly rallies his team only to watch the other team go down and score.
No. I have a story. Here, take all your stuff off, Danny. You're blocking the frosty mug.
Blocking the food, frosty mugs?
The frosty mug section.
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
Danny takes everything and makes it his own.
I didn't
Suddenly
know that
it's his place.
I had no idea they had a frosty mug section.
Yeah, it's the frosty mugs. How about that? People want their frosty mugs with their beer.
No doubt.
I love a frosty mug with a beer. I love that it's that they're in there. Listen, I have a story. I'm trying to think, how can I bury how I have this? I have a Matt Stafford story.
Just say from a reliable source.
No.
Why?
I can't bury it. I'll just say this. And I apologize because I don't like doing this to people, but come up to me at a remote sometime if you really give a crap about Matt Stafford and ask me, dude, I got to know, what's the Matt Stafford story? I'm going to tell Danny. I'm going to tell Danny the story. And when we come back, you tell me if you're like, I'm not saying you're going to be, because like you're a talk show host at heart, right? So we don't give up our positions easily.
Right.
But tell me if you don't go, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Well, I almost guarantee that I'll say it's pretty bad if you're saying that because I trust you on that. But I am looking forward to the story, and I've got a Zach Greinke story that I can tell.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
And I don't remember where I heard it or whether it was. I don't think it was said on the air, or maybe you told it to me.
That'll be great. I love it when somebody tells me a story
that you've told me.
That it's like, no, that was me.
It's possible. Let me just say up front.
You're not going to tell the story as like it was your experience, are you?
Oh, no.
That's like the best when somebody starts telling you a story. You're like, dude, that's my story. That was
John
me.
Olerud.
Yeah, you're lying to me. Like, that's a good story. You're right. I agree with you, but it wasn't you because that was me. You know? Those are the best.
It's like my high school reunion story.
This is a nightmare because look what's back.
I know. It's been here for a while.
No, he left.
He left and came back.
He left and came back. That's insane.
He wants to hear the Matt Stafford story.
Oh, is that what it is? You turned around and came back in? right, I'll tell you. We'll take a break, come back. Danny's here with us. Danny Unleashed, brought to you by our friends at Easton Roofing, commercial and residential.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
We're here with Joe Spiker, the president of Easton Roofing. And Joe, you worked for other companies in the construction industry. What inspired you to start your own company in Easton Roofing?
Well, Danny, when you are working for somebody else, you oftentimes don't get to see the project through from beginning to end, and you don't get the final control over the customer experience. And I wanted to build a place where people can come and get work done on their house and not have to worry about being treated the wrong way and get a good customer service experience start to finish.
The company slogan is "Where Integrity Matters." Why is that so particularly important to you?
Well, for us, what that means is treating each other with respect at work, treating our clients with respect, and making the right choice, especially when no one's looking. So when you're presented all the time as a contractor with choices that have to be made, are you going to make more money on this if you cut a corner? And we just wanted to make a place and a slogan that said to our people and to whoever is our customer, we're not going to do that. We're going to make the right choice regardless of profit.
Easton Roofing, where integrity matters.
Ronald Acuna, the Braves' third player ever to have a 30-homer, 25-steal season before turning 22. I asked for either of the other two.
Third player, 30 homer, 25 steal before the age of 22?
Mm-hmm.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Nope.
No. A-Rod might have got there.
Mm-mm.
No. Canigliero's a lot of the young
but
homer
he didn't
things,
run.
but he didn't run.
One of them's active.
Both are active?
One of them is active.
Well, one of them's active. Had to be up at Mike Trout?
Mike Trout at 20. Hello.
And the other one is not active then?
No.
Joe DiMaggio?
Nope.
Eric Davis.
He didn't run.
Nope.
Yeah, he did.
Not much. I mean, he could run, but he didn't steal much.
Okay.
The Yankees, I don't think really stole
What'd you
much.
say, Eric Davis?
That was what I lobbed, yeah.
Nope.
One more, Danny. Take a shot.
I'm not. It's not coming. Ty Cobb.
Wow.
Nope.
I'm a moron.
Same team as
Career
Andrew.
high.
Or
Single season career high 6.
Yeah.
Wow. I shut up. Wow. Nice call. My God, man, the way he's running around center field. I mean, he had to have had. I'm like, he had to have some 20s in there.
Maybe,
6.
Maybe. Well,
greatest living ball player. My butt.
mean, I don't know if you would run if you
He's
had
not
those
living
Yankee
now, by the way.
teams.
Well, that's true.
They were way ahead of their
They were
time.
metrically ahead of their
They were
time.
way ahead of their time.
They had the analytics back then.
They said we should not be stealing bags.
They were pushing the beads back and forth on that abacus like it was nobody's business.
And they wanted Joe to save his legs for being out there in center.
I don't know, Curtis. What do you got? Mickey?
Same team as Ronald Acuna. Andrew Jones.
Oh,
before he got fat.
98 for the Braves.
Yeah. I wish there was a statement at some point in my life where somebody said before he got fat. That would be great. It'd make me feel so much better.
It was just such a shame, though. I mean, he came up so early and he was so great, and that he got to that stage by his late 20s. You're
the
like
fat stage, you mean?
Yeah. You're like, what a waste.
Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah, well, pretty good player though.
Oh, damn good player. Yeah.
And then when he got the roids and he'd hit 50 home runs after you only paid like $14 for him in your fantasy
You're really
league,
happy then?
That's good times. I will say this: I did trade Ronald Acuna this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Idiot.
Who'd you trade him for?
I needed. I traded him, and I forget the Padre pitcher. That's the number 2 prospect in baseball right now, 1 or 2. I forget what his name is. I traded the 2 of them to a guy who was out of it. I needed pitching. I got Noah Syndergaard, Robbie Ray, and Laird from the Padres. 3 guys trying to get a bunch of strikeouts. And Syndergaard promptly got hurt before he ever even got onto my team. And he's done all right now. And Robbie Ray strikes out guys, but his ERA sucks. And I had a lot of other injuries. The trade is a disaster. It blows.
Nothing more you want than for Curtis to ask a question that launches into a fantasy baseball discussion.
Right.
That's right where you want to go.
That's good times. All right.
The story was certainly illuminating. I don't know if it completely has me bowing down
that Stafford's out.
That Stafford's out.
He's out in mine. And I was a big Stafford, defender.
It's not a good story. I will admit that, but I think there's some other people in that story are certainly also culpable.
Sure, there are. After I tell you that story, do you believe that Matt Stafford is mentally tough?
Well, his play indicates to me that he's mentally tough.
No, when I say mentally tough, he's physically tough.
I mean,
there's a mental side. Stand in the way of a 300-pound man bearing down on you to deliver the football. That's toughness. That is physical toughness. I'm talking about the ability to be mentally tough and grind through the work.
It does not say much to his mental toughness if he does not.
And I'm not saying he's dumb.
No, that was not the story.
Mentally tough.
That was not the story.
He's not mentally.
Well, the story was basically about his mental toughness.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he does show physical toughness out there. He does seem to be a leader. If they seem to have
he does seem to be a leader.
To me, he does. I mean, his teammates seem to have respect for him. I don't
like what he doesn't walk off the field.
It doesn't strike me as like Aaron Rodgers is a complete pain in the ass, but he's so good that everybody's willing to put up with his peccadillos. I don't think he's a great teammate. I don't even know if he's a leader, but he's so good that nobody's gonna. When I see a Lions game, and of course I watch many Lions games. It would appear that his teammates are engaged. That's all.
It's Danny Unleashed, brought to you by Easton Roofing. Danny Klingskill, Lion aficionado.
Exactly.
Like
the uniforms. I've always liked the uniforms.
Not now. Not what they've gone to now.
I know. It's still the Why the Lions ever wore a color that called Honolulu blue, which is the official color.
They're so close to Honolulu.
Exactly.
The Barry Sanders uniforms are awesome.
Right.
Just wear those, for crying out loud. By the way, we've had so many friends of the program come up and say hello. Yeah. It's been great. I want to say hello to Steve Leggio. One of his buddies was in. Said he listens all the time. He's in the truck listening all the time. So say hello to him. And Garen came up. Great guy, man. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. I loved. He had such nice things to say about listening to listening to us and everything. Danny was like, "This is a joke."
No, I didn't. He was a really nice guy, but he was like he was praying at the altar of Soren Petro.
No, he was
There's
not.
no doubt about that.
He was saying that he didn't know about sports radio until he was 24, and now he's been listening for 10 years.
He said he forms his sports opinions based on what you say.
As he should. As he should. As you should.
He's going to learn.
That's what I do.
He wants to learn how Jamal Custis.
Yes.
How Jamal.
We're always on the same page, me and you, Kay.
He's going to learn. He wants to learn how Jamal Custis is going to do tomorrow.
And his $100,000 signing bonus as an undrafted rookie from Syracuse. That Jamal Custis?
I guess so. And didn't the Chiefs actually pay real money for the guy who's in camp kicking?
Punting. Because it's only Butker. They've got Fox.
Right,
Fox.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, and I think they paid him like $100,000 or something.
I don't know. Custis was the $100,000 guy.
But I think Fox got some kind of real bit of money because I remember reading it saying, "What the hell's this?"
He got. Yeah, I mean, they're looking at him. They're looking at him, and listen, let Harrison Butker be your guide. If you think, hey, I don't know about right now, but a couple of years, let's put him on the practice squad. You might as well just hand him to somebody else because that's how Harrison Butker got here.
Right.
Panthers thought, we'll just put him on the practice squad.
Right. And what's Colquitt making now?
If you're hiding a kicker on the practice squad, this just in, he's really good.
Right. And also, there's going to be an opening for a kicker.
Yes.
Somewhere in the league. Somebody will either suck or they'll get hurt.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. We're going to stash a kicker on the practice squad. Oh, geez. I didn't even realize there's a kicker down there.
Well,
we should give that guy a try.
Maybe the thought of the Chiefs is, you know what, we can save some money, and we never punt anyway.
Colquitt took a big pay cut last year.
Yeah, I guess he did. He did restructure.
Yeah,
he wants to stay here.
He was at over 5 at one point. I think he's down around 2.5 now.
It's almost like
I love Colquitt.
Well, that's one of the.
I'll be punts here forever. One, because you're always trying to cut him, you jackass. And two, because I really like the guy.
I'm never trying to cut him.
Oh, you're always complaining about how much Colquitt makes.
No,
You're just jealous.
No, my whole point is that there are really a lot of good punters in the National Football League these days, and I don't know if having him separates you that much from other teams. There's a lot of good punters.
Listen, if they cut Colquitt, who is the PR department going to bring over to talk to us all the time?
And